balance sheet of bad bank. The idea of setting up a bad bank to resolve the growing problem of non-performing assets or loans on which the borrowers have defaulted is back on the table. What is the concept of bad bank? A bad bank is a bank set up to buy the bad loans and other illiquid holdings of any other financial institution. The entity holding significant non-performing assets will sell these holdings to the bad banks at the market price. By transferring such assets to the bad bank, the original institution may clear its balance sheet, although it will still be forced to take write-downs. Why be concerned about the bad banks? Indian bad banks' pile of bad loans is a huge drag on the economy. It's a drain on the bank's profit because profits are eroded. Public sector banks, where the bulk of bad loans reside, not cannot raise enough capital to fund credit growth. See what actually the bad bank is. A bad bank is set up to buy the bad loans of all the banks. Every bank has its non-performing assets. That is a every bank has its non-performing assets. So what does this bad bank does is it buys, that is the transferring such assets to the bad bank. All the banks who have the non-performing assets in a huge quantities, they sell their non-performing assets at the market price. It is important to consider at the market price. So they sell their entity, that is they sell their non-performing assets. They sell their non-performing assets to these bad banks at the market price. So by transferring such assets to the bad bank, the original institution may clear its balance sheet, although it will still be forced to take write-downs. That is, although it still be forced to take the write-downs. Write-downs is important term. If you see what is the write-down means, write-down is an accounting term for the reduction in the book value of an asset when its fair market value has fallen below the carrying book value. That is, write-down is an accounting term for the reduction in the book value of an asset. Suppose in the bank books there is a value of an asset, but the market value of the asset drops down significantly. So there is a write-down in the accounting terms. That is, how much amount of the amount that falls. That is called write-down. That is, a write-down occurs when a bank or investment firm reduces the value of an asset it holds in order to bring the assigned value in line with the current market value. Some write-downs are customary, following a practice known as marking to the market. That is, a write-down occurs when a bank or an investment firm, suppose a bank reduces the value of an asset it holds. Suppose a quantity priced rupees 100. Suppose the value of that price decreases to 50. So the write-down is 50 in order to bring down the assigned value in line with the current market value. Some write-downs are customary, following a practice known as marking to the market. So this is done. So why be concerned about the bad banks? See, Indian bad banks pile of bad loans is a huge drag on the economy. It drains on banks' profit because if a non-performing asset is there in the bank's balance sheet, then there is no profits are earned in the bank balance sheet. It simply the write-offs are it simply increases the write-off to of the bank's capacity. So it decreases the amount of lending rate. So hence the growth decreases. So it drains on the bank's profit because profits are eroded. Public sector banks as well as the private sector banks, where in the public sector banks mainly the bulk of the bad loans reside. It is important. Public sector banks, many bad loans reside there and cannot raise enough capital to fund the credit growth. So the lack of credit growth in turn comes in the way of the economy's return to an 8% growth trajectory. Therefore, bad loan problem requires effective resolution. That is, if a lack of credit growth in turn comes in the way of economy's return to 8% growth trajectory. Therefore, bad loan problems requires effective resolution. That is, with a economy to return to the 8% growth trajectory, it is important to increase the credit growth, and hence the bad loan problem requires an effective solution. This helps banks or financial institutions clear off their balance sheets. So mainly, clear off the balance sheets is the main problem. By transferring the bad loans and focus on core business lending activities. Large debtors have many have many creditors, that is, an individual can take credit from many institutions. Hence, bad bank could solve the coordination problem also. So, coordination problem can also be solved here. Since debts would be centralized in one agency, it can affect speedier settlements with borrowers by cutting out individual banks. That is, speedier settlements will happen with the borrowers by cutting down out individual banks. That is, it simply talks about the coordination problem. It can drive a better bargain with borrowers and take money more stringent enforcement actions against them. It can raise money from institutional investors rather than looking only to the government. So it can drive better bargain with the borrowers. So bargain with the borrowers will be done with the help of these bad banks. And it can also raise money from the institutional investors rather than looking only to the government. What are the concerns or demerits of such banks? Suppose, say for example, a bank sells bad loans, then it has to take the haircut because when rupees 100 goes bad, the actual amount that can be expected is lower than the 100 and leads to the haircut. See, haircut is important. Haircut is nothing but the people haircut. It is about the haircut in the value of the product or in the value of the asset. When it takes haircut, that will impact the profit or loss situation. So, till that particular aspect is not addressed, creating a new structure may not be potent in addressing the problem. So KV Kamath committee recommendations. So KV Kamath committee has said companies in the sectors such as retail trade, wholesale trade, roads and textiles are facing severe stress. Sectors that have been under stress pre-COVID include NBFCs, power, steel, real estate and construction. Setting up a bad bank is seen as crucial against this backdrop. So we have talked about the asset reconstruction company. See, assets reconstruction companies does the work of similar like a bad bank, but the coordination work is not done by this asset reconstruction company. So individual, there are many if there is a growth of many asset reconstruction companies, again the coordination problem arises. So we have seen about the bad bank, and see, we can see here asset reconstruction company is a specialized financial institution that buys the non-performing assets or bad assets from the banks and financial institutions so that later can clean up their balance sheets. Or in other words, ARCs are in the house business of buying bad loans from the banks. If you look at the what is the difference between the bad bank and asset reconstruction company, let us suppose a bank has provided a loan to the corporate of rupees 100 crore. Now the loan has turned to be non-performing asset in the bank's balance sheet. Now the bank has now the following options. Bank can seize the pledged asset and recover from the sales of the assets. This typically involve large losses on the loans. They can avail strategic debt restructuring or S4A scheme as provided by the RBI, and also bank can restructure the loan so that it can service them. It involves like giving flexibility on the period of payment or waiving part of their loans or interest and so on. And it sells the NPA to asset reconstruction company. This involves significant amount of loss of NPAs should be sold on high discounts. Now, here is a slight difference between the ARC and the bad bank. Instead of selling your NPAs to the ARC, you can transfer it to the bad banks. Now, bad banks are separate institute formed by the bank or a group of banks or by the government itself. It can also be in partnership between the banks and the government. The the major benefit is that bank clearly distinguishes good assets and the bad assets. By segregating the two, bank prevents bad assets contaminating the good one, and it will help the bank management to core focus on good business. So we have seen about the asset restructuring company, what is a bad bank and who can set up the bad bank in India, but that is both group of companies and also the companies or by the companies in partnership with the government. And we also see the stressed assets and what are non-performing assets, that is more than 90 days. So these are the things about the, and it is important to know the KV Kamath committee. He has suggested about the bad banks. KV Kamath committee.